fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Temple Owls, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Lincoln Financial Field. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from the American, the Temple Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Temple about to kick it off and get this game underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Sategna. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get this. Make the stop at the 19. So Oklahoma's offense will have first crack at this one. And guys, any discussion about this offense has to start and end with the guy behind center.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback, he gets the ball on every play. He's got to be the leader. He's got to be able to throw the football. So many times you see Jesse where they can run it as well, but he's the captain usually on most teams. It starts and ends with him.
Turning on the Jets. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. They'll give it to the back. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. They've got the screen set up. Across the 45. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they will match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. This time he's got his man. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They'll try to get it through the air. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Robinson. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Complete downfield. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Sooners had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Temple's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
Man, it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. And the Owls need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Simon. Caught over the middle, it's Adams. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on first down from the 28. The give to the back. Got a little space. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. The Owls are rolling down the field. Right back to the well. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row. And the Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now, coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Okay,
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Looking for a crease, it's Robinson. Found a little space, he'll pick up 6 of the 14 as they have room to operate.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Right back to the well. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
They'll try to run for it. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. And the Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
The Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Power football with the run. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Temple lining up to punt it away.
Number 37 in punt formation to kick it away.
Wants to bring it back. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Grabbed behind the line. It's up. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, went after the quarterback, got him on the ground.
Got it in the middle. It's Sategna. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best. I mean, I think the opening one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got his man downfield. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Sooners with the 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the quarterback's throwing from the pocket. He's trying to fit that football into a real small window down the middle of the field, and the defender's hit was able to jar the ball loose from the receiver. Great job.
Misfired on 1st down. Back to the air on 2nd. Fires it incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You got a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Arkansas State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 7 over Iowa State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Back to pass, it's Simon. Catch in the middle, it's Worthy. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
42 Spiders. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Clark. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. I think that receiver really had 2 choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he was going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these crow routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Dead center perfect. This is now a 7-point game. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And holding on to the lead, the offense will simply take a knee, and that's how we will wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a terrific scene there today in Philly. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. And the Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Simon. Makes the grab. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
If you're laser focused on defense and you're dialed into the quarterback and you're breaking on the football when he throws, you get a lot of tips, you get a lot of deflections, and then it just happens to bounce to your guy, and your guy does the rest, takes it all the way back to the house. Big play by this defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle it down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Here's a hit. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. Temple lining up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll haul it in right around the logo. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Gonna run it. It's Ott. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
But that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Catch in the middle. It's Gibson. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. And the Sooners are marching down the field. Snap in the shotgun. Headed toward the end zone, and they knock it loose. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker. And the D denied them on second and goal. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Give to the running back. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smith. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. To the air, it's Simon. Got it behind the line. It's Smith. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Temple lining up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Now on the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Sategna. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top, and they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Complete to the left. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Georgia Southern is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Jacksonville State.
Here's the handoff.
Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Simon. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time it's complete. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Change our set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Owls are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The give on the option. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Worthy. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Scanning the field, it's Simon. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, plenty for the 1st down. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a 4th down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the 1st and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that 4th down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
So now it's 2nd and long.
Let's go. Set.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end.
It's Hader late in the game.
This guy has been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the third game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Right down the middle. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Good gain on the return. And this defense has set them up with a big play. To the air. It's Simon. Gets it out fast. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Throws for the tight end. It's caught. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
No gain on the play.
The Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Quickly to the tight end. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's McCoy. He's got it on the move. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Temple will line up with a 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
He will be stopped just inches away after the catch and run. What on earth could have been going through his mind? He just spiked the ball on 4th down, just handed it back to the other offense. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls! Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. He's at 40.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
A strike downfield. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. One last incompletion, and that'll do it. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition.